Hey VC, good morning. It's Sunday morning. Glen Kellaway from the basement. It's a rainy day today. I don't know about you guys. I'm starting to have mental, like a writer's block. Trying to come up with some interesting concepts. I got a few ideas coming up, but this morning, just because I felt like doing a video, I'm going to talk about some interesting box sets, CD box sets. If you guys can think of anything you would like to see me discuss on my channel, leave in the comments below. I'd really like to hear from you. That would be pretty interesting to hear. Anyway, so let's get started here. First one I'm going to show is this kind of weird animals box set that came out a few years ago. I've probably had this for about 5 years. The Animals box set. It comes with 5 discs. For some reason, I can only find 4 of my discs. There's like a bonus disc with 4 songs on it. I don't know what the hell happened to it. So anyway, besides the CDs, when you open it up, it also comes with a groovy t-shirt, which I've never opened, and I can bet my life on it that it wouldn't frickin' fit me. So there's an Animals t-shirt in a bag here, a white t-shirt. I'm going to keep it folded up just in case I ever sell this off or give it to someone in a moment of generosity. The first 4 albums are here though, which is cool. The Animals. Let's take them out of the case here. First album. You know, all these Animals albums are great. If anybody's just into like a greatest hits of the Animals or just thinks they enjoy the singles, and that's cool. These albums are all solid from start to finish, man. This is a great band. I know they were successful, but I'm going to call them underrated because I think they're one of the greatest bands from the UK in the 60s. The Animals. So this one has House of the Rising Sun on it. That's their first album. What other notable tracks are on here? Oh, this is where it says disc 1. That's why there's 2 discs in here. Disc 1, Graphic Sound EP. I Just Want to Make Love to You's on there. Boom Boom, Big Boss Man, and Pretty Thing. Okay, so the Animals. Disc 2, House of the Rising Sun, The Girl Can't Help It, Blue Feeling, Baby Let Me Take You Home, Round and Around, I'm in Love, Gonna Send You Back to Walker. Bonus track of Talking About You, full version. So there's the first CD. Then Animals on Tour. Animals on Tour. Boom Boom was on this one. Mess Around is on here. The great Ray Charles song. I Believe to My Soul, another Ray Charles song. Let the Good Times Roll, Hallelujah, I Love Her So, I'm Crying, Dimples, great blues song. So that's killer track list. The Animals, on tour. This one's interesting. It's their 3rd album. It's called Animal Tracks, but it says right there, it's their 3rd album, so that's how I know. I didn't even have to research that. A lot of the hits are on this one. We Got to Get Out of This Place, Bring It On Home to Me, Story of Bo Diddley, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, Bury My Body. That's a great album too. And then Animalization, their 4th album. Don't Bring Me Down is on this album. CC Rider's on this album. I Put a Spell on You. They do some killer tracks. Animals. Consider their catalog. Next, let's go with a Rhino collection. No, it's well Motown. I don't know if Rhino did this. Sorry, I may have misspoke. Motown, Hitsville, USA. The Motown Singles Collection, 1959 to 1971. This is pretty extensive. It is 4 CDs, 104 songs, 36 different acts, a stunning 68-page book. I always liked Motown. I grew up with it. That was my era of music in the 60s. But let me tell you something. I really learned to appreciate it about 4 years ago when I started playing bass guitar and realized all those incredible bass licks that James Jamerson was playing, and oh my God, that the Funk Brothers, incredible, that studio musicians from Motown. There's the book. Lots of cool pictures. The Four Tops, one of my favorite Motown bands. Barrett Strong, Beatles connection, Money. One of the first big hits for Motown. Smokey Robinson. Mary Wells, My Guy. Marvin Gaye, the great Marvin Gaye. Oh man, there's just so many incredible bands and artists to come out of this Detroit era, Motown era of the 60s. Oh my God, it's just incredible. One of my things on my bucket list is to go to the Motown recording studio and do the tour. My daughter went last year, or the year before, and just freaking loved it. It was great. So 4D CD set, Hitsville, USA, the Motown singles. Great set. Let's go with Mr. Dillon. Mr. D. This is an extensive set. I think you have to be a Bob Dylan fan to want this. Bob Dylan, the 1966 live recordings. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. I'll try and hold it up without losing all the discs. That is, my friend, 36 discs. I have dicks. 36 discs, I think. Let me check. Here's the book that came with it. It's the complete 66 tour where Dillon and the band got booed off the stage every night. I love those shows. I had a conversation with a friend yesterday. He's not a big fan of Dillon on those shows, but I think those shows are pretty exciting, and that's the whole tour every night. I'm trying to see if they give us a list. I was hoping they would. There's usually a sheet in here somewhere, but I'm missing it. Anyway, regardless, I think it's 36 CDs of every show. Like this is Sydney, April 13th, 66 on CD 1. Just hold that up for you so you can see. So you get the idea. Most of the set lists are the same. Most of the chatters is the same. Oh, Sydney again. There's 2 discs for every show, pretty much. Then the last CD is number 36. There we go. This is Stockholm, April 29th, 66. Pretty extensive set. Definitely for Bob Dylan fans, but I love it. So there. Next. Let's go with Mr. Zappa. This came out last year on the 50th anniversary of Hot Rats. I think Frank's masterpiece album. He's got a few, but this one is my favorite, Hot Rats. This is every session that had anything to do with recording that album. There's 6 discs. Like the first disc, the first 2 tracks are just piano music. It's just somebody practicing the piano part for whatever songs for Peaches and Regalia, I think. And then there's about 10 different tracks of each song and all the different sessions and how they added stuff to it. It's definitely, for Zappa fans, it's a must-have. It's a serious listen, but an incredible box set. We'll take it open here and let you see what we get. We get a book. Oh yeah, there's a game that comes with it. Zappa Land. There's the rules, how to play Zappa Land. I haven't played it yet. There's the game board. There's all the pieces you're supposed to cut out for the game. Here's the board. Zappa Land. So if anybody wants to come over to my place and play Zappa Land with me, let me know. Might be fun. Here's the book that comes with it. The Hot Rat Sessions. Definitely, like I said, a must-have for Zappa fans. If you're a casual fan, this probably isn't for you. If you're a big fan of Hot Rats, I strongly suggest you get it. It's really interesting. It's not a hard listen, it's just a long listen. And yeah, there's Frank. So, Hot Rats, Frank Zappa. The next thing I want to show, because I am such a freak for the San Francisco scene of the 60s. Most of my favorite acts came out of that environment. I've got a couple of box sets that are pretty cool. Excuse me while I put Frank away. First one is Nuggets. This is Rhino. Rhino does great box sets. This is 4 CDs of original songs, original artifacts from the first psychedelic era, 1965 to 1968. Box. There's the CDs. The book. So table of contents, what have we got? There's a foreword by Gary Stewart. Then just a bunch of different articles. Lots of pictures of posters. I'm trying to see how many tracks are on this thing. It's pretty extensive. It doesn't really say, you'd have to add them all up, but trust me, there's a ton of songs on here. It's amazing, amazing box set. Nuggets. Now another San Francisco era box set, which I think is fantastic. It's one of my favorite box sets. I love the way it's done. I love the look of the box. It's classy. It's very cool. Love is the Song We Sing. Another Rhino production. San Francisco Nuggets, 1965 to 1970. What a beautiful book. Hardcover. There's the famous picture of all the bands posing at Golden Gate Park. There's Chet Helms, one of the people involved with Big Brother, plus the Avalon Ballroom, I think, was his place. San Francisco Sound. So it's an extensive book with lots of stories. Trying to find some cool pictures. There's pictures of all the bands in here. There's bands you've never even heard of that are pretty cool when you listen to it. There's one called the Mystery Trend, and here's called the Harbinger Complex. So there's lots of oddball bands. It's not. There's Count Five, Psychotic Reaction. Is there a better song from the '60s than Psychotic Reaction? The Youngbloods, of course, Jesse Colin Young. Dan Hicks and his Hot Licks. The Great Society with Great Slick before she joined the Airplane. Blue Cheer. Great band. Country Joe and the Fish. One of my favorite bands from that era. The Flamin' Groovies. Ooh. Cool stuff. You get the idea. This was for a Santana LP that covered that shot. Anyway, this is pretty extensive. 4 CDs. The first CD is called Seismic Rumbles. And it's kind of the early stages, 65 and that. And then Suburbia, which has a lot of the hits on it, like Psychotic Reaction. Yeah, there's some cool bands here. Then Disc 3, Summer of Love, and Disc 4, The Man Can't Bust Our Music. So it's got songs you would know, like Evil Ways from Santana, and Mercedes-Benz by Janis Joplin, Get Together the Youngbloods, but there's just all kinds of cool stuff here. Dino Valenti, the guy who wrote Let's Get Together, his version kicks it off, and the Youngbloods version ends it on Disc 4. But terrific collection. If you can find this and you like that era of music, this is essential box set. That's all I have for box sets. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what you'd like to see on my channel. I'd like to hear that. And everybody have a great Sunday. Thank you.